What's up, Tech fam? Your Texas is in the house, and we are doing part 2 of Python. So today we'll be learning about the features of the Python. So what I want for you guys to do is first jot down these points so that I will be explaining each points in depth. Okay, so these are the first 5 points. So features of Python include dynamic language, interpreted language, platform independent, has easier syntax, and the last one is case sensitive. So let's get into it and let's start explaining it one by one. So first one is dynamic language. So what does Python being a dynamic language mean, right? So what does dynamic language actually mean? So dynamic language means you don't have to write the data type. Alright, so I'll give an example with respect to C language. In C language, whenever you have to define a variable, you have to say what I is basically. So you have to write int I if I is an integer. This is in case of a C language. But in case of Python, you don't have to mention this at all. So all you have to write is, for example, a equals 10 or even a equals hi. Python will automatically consider a equals 10 and it will automatically consider a as an integer, or in this case it will consider a as a string. That is the meaning of dynamic language. Now let's get into the second one, that is the interpreted language. Guys, remember, dynamic means you don't have to mention the data type. That's what dynamic means, and Python is a dynamic language. Second one is interpreted language. So what is interpreted language means? Again, in C language, consider this int main. This is how you write a C code, basic one. Int main, print hello world. For those who are trying to learn C language, please go to my other video where I have started other playlists where I have started even C language. Return 0. This is in C language. So what is Python? What happens in C language? In C language, this is for C language. Okay, in C language, it executes the whole code at once. Okay, it executes the whole code at once. So this takes more time, and we can't find out at which line the error happened. Error identification becomes a problem, right? In C language, what happens is it executes the whole code block at one go, due to which it will take more time and error identification happens. Like, it becomes tough for you to identify where the error happened when so many lines of codes are there. Right now I've written only 3 lines, but sometimes it might be like hundreds and thousands of lines of code. And so in C language, it will take more time for you to get the output. Hence time delay. If an error happens, you don't know which line the error has happened and all of it. In Python, why this is a feature of Python interpreted languages, if you write the Python code, for example, in this case you don't have to write int main and all of that. You just write a equals 1, print a, then b equals 2, print b, then c equals a plus b, print c. So what happens here in Python is execution of each line happens. Consider these as each line. Okay, so each line gets executed. So first it stores value of a into some variable, that's the value of a in some address. Then it prints a, so it prints 1. Then it goes to b. It stores this in some address and then prints B. 2 prints. Then it does this particular function, that is addition, 1 plus 2, 3. It stores in some address over there inside the computer. Then prints C, 3. So it prints line by line. So it executes line by line. That is the meaning of interpreted language. Alright. So what's the next one? Next one is platform independent language. Platform independent language. So for example, I am using Microsoft like Windows, someone is using Mac, that is Apple, and someone is using Linux. So if we write code in one language, each computer will have its own inbuilt language through which it will understand, through which it will interpret. So advantage of Python is, no matter it being in Windows, Mac or Linux, no matter the system, it understands. So basically Windows or Mac or Linux, it will understand the code. This is the meaning of the third one, that is platform independent language. Alright, the next one that comes is, this is a very easy one. Syntax is easier compared to other language. That is, syntax is easier. So what happens? For example, I'll write C here, Python here. Now I want to print A plus B. That I took an example. Here I have to write main function A. You can't, it's not even a dynamic language. So int A equals 1, int B equals 2, int C equals A plus B, then printf %d, comma C. Can you see the number of rules that I had to follow? First main, then brackets, then semicolon, and then there is %d that's happening. All of this is happening in C. Why is syntax easier in Python? Do you directly write A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals A plus B, next print C. That's it. That's all. That's all it's in Python. You don't have to write a main function, you don't have to write semicolons, you don't have to write brackets. Nothing is there in Python. See, you don't have to write any of these semicolons. It's just a simple, easy language. Syntax is easy. There is no indentation. Though Python does follow an indentation, it does not require indentation for such small, easy problems. Alright, what is last one? If you guys want longer videos, just let me know so that I'll be able to, do longer videos. Right now I'm keeping it short so that you guys understand concepts one by one. Alright, the last one is, Python is case sensitive. What is the meaning of case sensitive, guys? So tell me something, is A and A both the same? For us, yes, it's just A. For us, probably our English teachers is like lowercase a, capital A, all of that is there. Same case, consider Python as your English teacher. For it, A and A are not same. This is a lowercase a, this is a uppercase a. Alright, now let's see. We usually know that uppercase A, this is through some basic knowledge. If you guys want me to do a different class on it, tell me, I'll get into it. But so through some basic knowledge, I know that capital A in binary is 65. Okay, capital A in binary is 65, and whereas small a is 97. Alright guys. So is there a way, so yeah, case sensitive. Python is case sensitive, basically meaning A is not equal to A in Python. See, if these have different values, this binary value, these are basically called as ASCII value. Okay, this is basically called as ASCII value. If you guys want more on ASCII values, let me know in the comments. I will take up a whole video on what is ASCII value and how to solve ASCII related problems. So this is ASCII value. So they have different ASCII values. If they have different ASCII values, see now we know 97 is not equal to 65. In this case, Python is case sensitive. Okay, now there are the 5 points of Python. It is dynamic language, it is interpreted language, it is platform independent language, syntax is easy, and the last one is it's case sensitive. So this basically does the part 2 of Python, and I hope that you guys understood most of it. If you want to watch more videos, do comment down below so that I'll upload videos faster and help you guys understand it faster. And at the end, if you want to follow more on social media, this is this particular Instagram. This is not my personal Instagram. It's a new Instagram that I've created for uploading updates on whatever I'm going to be teaching. If you guys want live classes, do let me know so that I'll set up a particular time when all of you guys are agreeable, then I'll post up the updates. So that's all for today's class. Thank you for listening. Thank you for understanding. And most of all students, oh gosh, students, most of all guys, go and revise your particular whatever I've taught so that it remains in your head. Believe me, learning this, understanding this was a huge factor even for me, because I was from a biology background. I didn't know what CS was, and I just took it up because that was what the trend was for 4 years ago. So, and that's what everybody advised. They were like, no need of medical, it's too long and all of that. So you're in this, might as well learn it. So, and do practice guys. So this was part 2, that is features of Python. Next class I think I'll be doing how to do, how to convert lowercase to uppercase and all of it, the basic stuff. I'll continue it probably with history of Python and all of it. So this is part 2, features of Python. I hope you had an amazing class, and I hope that you watch the further videos. Thank you guys.